Welcome back to Less Cash, More Mash. My name's Tom,
Michael J.
and today is Sunday Funday.
Woo!
Sunday Funday.
Woo!
So today we're going to do the Battle of the 107s, round up 1 to 108. I think this one's 108. But so today's battle is going to be Weller Antique versus Baker's 7-year versus Nelson Brothers Reserve. And last but not least, Belle Meade Reserve. That's the one that's cranking in at 108.3. So they're all right around the 107. I think it's 107.8. But I don't remember not liking any of them. So I'm kind of excited to do this one.
I think you are correct.
So
in my head, I'm thinking I should know the nose of the Weller since that usually tends to be the stronger one. But
I don't think I'm going to know it until the second time around when we come through. So we're doing regular mash.
Scribbly pad, so.
Regular mash mix-up rules. We're starting on the left, work our way right. We're going to start on the right. When we take a break, cleanse our palate, start on the right, work our way left. Hopefully we come up with a decisive decision. He's just going to do what he wants to do, and we're going to see what happens at the end. But that's usually how they go on our Joe.
I start off the way we're supposed to. I go
he
left
loses
to right.
focus. He starts throwing bottles around, and then eventually we get to the end of it. So we'll see how it is.
Fair warning, these tend to run a little bit longer.
Not if we didn't just babble this. That's very tasty, though.
Oh, the nose wasn't there, though.
Nose was not there.
To start.
No, not anywhere compared to the mouth feel.
No, I agree. It's very tasty.
That was like night and day. I was like almost disappointed smelling the thing. And then when I took the sip, I'm like, oh, wow, that just exploded in my mouth. If you hear a loud noise, there's like 50-mile-an-hour winds going on today. It's
just a little frosty.
Sub-freezing temperature out there.
Well, sub-freezing as we film.
Yeah, because we're a few weeks ahead. So anyone who lives in our area knows exactly what day this is. But it's a good chance my pipe will freeze before we're done doing this filming. But that is very good. That is very good.
I'm leaning towards Baker's on that one.
If I had to shoot in the dark, I was going to say the same thing, honestly. But because I'm waiting, I didn't really get that twang. Usually I get I haven't had this Weller since we opened it, but usually with the Weller products, I end up getting the butterscotch at the end. And I didn't feel the butterscotch on the first way around.
The nose right off the bat for this one is a little bit stronger.
Yep. But see, Baker's jumped out of the glass of this the first time. That's why that's why I wasn't going to say it, because you know what, I really like both of these. So I'm
this one's way more caramel-esque.
That I'll agree with. Almost like an oaky. Like I'm almost getting an oaky. We just had one pop up on our blinds. You remember which one that was? I think it was Belle Meade.
I'm not upset with the nose.
Mm-mm. Very caramel, oaky flavor too. Totally different than one. One was totally an absolute explosion in your face. Now it's leaning me towards Baker. That's bringing a little bucket of goodness right there, though. That's actually very pretty. I like that a lot. It's like apples and oranges, though, when you go to the two of them.
But I don't know which one I like better.
Well, I'm going to have to worry about it on the way back.
Yeah, I'm not going there yet.
Coming off of one
I'm thinking this
to
is
two,
nice.
I think one exploded in my mouth more now. But if I'm going to A and B them, I don't know which one I'll end up settling on.
Yeah, I'm going super sip because you take forever because you can't decide. I'm leaning towards Nelson on this one.
I will agree. I think it's one of these two. I haven't settled on which one yet. Yeah, well, but I'm leaning towards.
In my peanut brain.
Just going from left to right, I think I like one better than two right now, but that could very well change on the way back. Now we'll go to glass 3. Let me cleanse. That's a good idea.
Three it is.
So far, 2's winning in the nose department.
Yeah, right off the bat without a sip.
Yep.
This
is coming around, but 2's definitely winning on the nose department.
Only, I might have. I didn't taste it yet, but I can't remember which of those two, which one had the better of a nose.
Now, when we did them back to back, I want to say when we taste tested them in one of the reviews, I ended up saying I think I like the Nelson Brothers better than that one. If I remember
This
back
one
to our
seems to be
review,
drinking a little sweeter.
I was going to say
A little
the
sweeter,
same.
but not as hot. But I bet I would be willing to bet this is hotter.
It's not as caramel-esque.
No. But the nose is coming. Now that I took a sip.
It drank super soft. It's sitting right here. I can't take a second sip because it's still sitting right here.
I can take a second sip.
Well, I could take it, but it's still giving me like a hug.
No,
so I want to get the full.
That's why I'm thinking
the full Monty, as they say. I want to get because it's still there. I don't know if it's a combination of all three or what, but it's
that could be two. There's almost like a little more of a nut finish with this one too. To me,
it was so sweet. I'm almost wondering, is this going to be our Weller? That's what I'm. It's sweet.
It is sweet. I'm thinking that's going to be. I'm going to jump to Belle Meade right now. Don't mind me.
If you were ranking them just off of the first sip, if you were ranking them off the first sip,
I kind of almost like this. I almost like the sweetie, nutty finish.
I'm okay.
I'm just saying right off the bat.
I'm not getting a nut. I didn't get a nut on that one.
On the
Did
end,
I take one or two sips? I'm not even sure. All right, we'll go to 4 anyways, and we'll see what happens.
That one you can smell from up here. So,
oh, hold on, hold the phone. This one's dark. This one's bringing like a dark caramel.
In a very strong nose to start.
Mm-hmm. This is. I'm changing my mind. Your paper's stupid.
Nope.
That one's very good too.
It's very good.
That one ends. That one ends. So
that
one ends with a sweetness on that one.
But it's an easy drinker too. I don't want to see it, but
No, you didn't say smooth. People get offended with smooth. Easy drinker is an easy drinker.
Whatever. It could be super harsh.
I'm not getting the nose, but I thought I got the taste of Weller. That's what I just thought in my head.
But I'm getting. See, now after you take a sip, this whole glass is like aromatic. That's a word.
Yeah, it is if you say it and just own it. It doesn't have to be an actual word. You just got to just say, "Oh no, that's definitely a word." Points for Scrabble. Just stop pegging. This is Weller. It's starting to. We'll have to see. We're going to take a break. We're going to come back. We're going to start on the right. We're going to work our way left. But to me, it's starting to butterscotch out. Like it's giving me that sweetness. This one's very good too. So, but I'm thinking this is going to be.
Here's where I'm kind of landing right now for a quick. I almost have a 3-way tie, and this one sits back just to see here.
See, and it was funny because I was first, second, third right off the bat, and then now I think I like this one better. I like that whole combination.
And again, so we're just winging this. We don't have. This is what we think in our head. So
no, we're gonna come back.
Just because we're explaining a bottle doesn't mean we got the right one.
No, so. we're gonna because half the time we're wrong anyways. We're gonna come back. We're gonna start right, work that way left. So we'll be back a minute for you, like 10 for us. And we are back. So we're gonna start on the right. We're gonna work our way left. We'll try to expedite the second thing. We might have to A and B because these are all really good. I want to say that for the record. There's no loser on the table.
No, there is not. This one's like the nose is cranking, jumping.
100%. I know what this one is though.
I'm sticking to my gun.
What was your gun?
Weller.
Okay, I didn't know where your gun was. So I agree with that.
Because for whatever reason, their nose, once you take a sip and then now we went away and come back, it's just like doesn't go away.
Not only does it not go away, when we did it, I noticed it when we did a bunch of different ones at the bar, and it ended up.
I'm not really.
It just stays. Oh, I got the butterscotch at the end, and is it even on the initial drink? There's such a sweetness on the tail, just at the
Like, I
finish.
got the sweetness.
At the tail
And
end,
no,
and the
it's
finish.
not harsh. It's
You really don't get like it's like the precursor to like Benchmark jumps out at your face.
That
This
one
is
really
like a
does.
secondary
Yeah.
butterscotch, and I get them off of all of their products. So now I understand when people say, "Oh, it's got that, you know, that taste." They really do. All of their products, the Buffalo Trace has like it's like when I say
with most of their products are not harsh.
mm-mm, mm-mm.
They're all no matter what the proof.
That is a tribute to a good
Blend.
distillery. Really, they put out a good product. I mean, we say that about a lot of different ones. So you know what I mean? Like there is no aggressiveness. It's everything is super easy to drink. That is very good. Does not drink 107. Has a beautiful taste
and a
nice viscosity
and a good finish.
That's my front runner right now.
I'm with you.
Just on. It's just really
I just
really
did the
good.
same thing.
It's a little bit of everything. It has a great nose. It has a great flavor. It has good viscosity. The taste sticks around. And it doesn't matter. These are all good. I'll tell you
they
now.
are.
But right now,
very, very
my
good.
drink, if I'm going to pick one so far, I'm liking 4. So it might not even be this. That's our guess. But I'm pretty confident it is. But now coming off of that,
the nose isn't as strong.
It's not as strong. It's also just like one note compared to like this one has a bunch of different flavors on it. You know what I mean? Like you're getting a little bit of everything. This is kind of just bringing a slight caramel to me. It's not really bringing.
So I think I might be off. Well, I could be off on the next 3. Who knows? But the nose really doesn't jump out in this.
No. And even
Taste
as good as it is taste wise,
that's
to me,
smoother.
4 has so much more complexity. There's like a variety of flavors that hit your mouth at the same time.
This one hits a little harsh, a little harder. Don't get me wrong, that it's crushing you. It's not.
No,
it's
no.
Just, coming off of that one,
it's a night and day thing.
Oh,
it really is. It really is. Is Glass 3 very good? Yes, but compared to 4, it's way behind. You know what I'm saying? Like it's back. It's behind it. It's not like neck and neck.
No.
You know?
No. Definitely not neck and neck. But if that's what you had for the first of the day,
I'd be happy as a clam. Absolutely, it'd be like delicious. But when you're doing, that's the one thing when and anyone who's never done a blind at your house, it really is funny where you think you know what you're drinking and half the time you're wrong anyways.
Yeah,
but
see the nose and this one's right there.
When you drink them back to back like this,
so the only thing I can't remember,
changes. That's part of the reason why we go left to right, right to left, because coming off of one glass going into another one totally changes what you just drank.
Yeah, it does.
Now this one has a thicker caramel. Like that was like
right.
that was thin.
You had to pull notes,
and it was one
I just
note.
Can't remember which one we said had a better nose. So I could have those flip flopped. Let me get a sip, but this has a very, very, very good nose too.
It does. It has a better nose than what glass number 3 did.
By far better than glass 3.
And you know what?
It's not far off from one.
We might have to go back and do them, but even the viscosity and the overall way it sat on my tongue, I liked it a little bit more than glass 3.
Yeah, so now I'm wondering if this might be Baker's.
We're gonna have to A and B for a minute anyway, for a little bit off camera, anyways, to decide exactly which one we like better. Right now, I'm going 4, 2, 3. And me personally, only because I remember when we did it, we said we liked Nelson better than the Belle Meade. Right now, whatever this is, I like 2 better than 3 in my head. I like 4 better than all of them right now.
No, I'm with you on that.
Okay, so we won't have to A and B. We just got to see where this one fits.
I'm just in my head. Do I have these 2 wrong?
I don't remember which one we thought was oakier, but I will say glass 2 is all around, has more flavor and viscosity and taste than what glass 3 did. And I remember saying I like
definitely nose and flavor. Everything is better in 2 than 3. Well, the nose finally broke out of this one.
Nowhere near the mouth though. Like it has a decent nose.
Super caramel nose.
It has a decent nose, but now take a sip. Like sip wise,
But it has a totally unique, different flavor. I don't mind this.
No, it's delicious.
But we couldn't have probably screwed ourselves in 4 different, totally different. They're not similar. They are and they're not as far as proof, but taste wise, they're definitely not.
Well, that's part of the fun. Like, yeah,
Part of the fun.
We're not going to guess. The point isn't to guess the bottle. It's which one do you like best.
I'm torn.
And if we guess the bottle, that's just the icing on the cake. But we could be totally wrong with guessing on the bottle. But I'm going to be totally right on which bottle I like best. I can tell you that. You know what I mean? Whatever they are.
Because right now it's 1 and 4 for me.
So if you want an A and B, we can. But right now it's 4, 1, 2, 3 is my. That's where I'm at. And 4 and 1 are close, and 2 and 3 are close. But I think 4 and 1 are up ahead, and then 2 and 3.
But all 3 they're
all phenomenal.
Very good.
Yeah.
But totally different flavors.
Yes.
So it would be
a total different experience.
Yes. Mm-hmm. It'd be our preference. But I'm almost with you. This is like a super sweet, smooth. That's an easy drinker. And the nose is fantastic. Totally different flavor in this one.
They're all totally different. But to me,
I'm with you. I'll go.
4 drinks the best, then 1, then 2, then 3. To me, the way they drink, like the whole viscosity, the mouthfeel, the finish. Oh, it does. I went according to that. The best mouthfeel, finish, viscosity, flavor went 4, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3.
I didn't do that, I guess.
No, I went on which one do I enjoy the most. I like them all, and I would drink all of them. But to me, I went with the whole experience. That's the way I judged them. And you're on the same boat, so we'll run it right now. So I actually think the way the bottles sit is my prediction. That's me personally. I think Baker's is 1. I think Weller is 4. I think Nelson Brothers.
That's what I said, and
there.
I said the same thing. The only dilemma, like I said, is did I flip flop?
I could have flip flopped them all, but that wasn't.
Or is the Baker's in one of these?
I didn't grab.
I'm not sure.
You don't have a pen, do you?
I do have a pen.
No. I just want to grab the pen. So
I will grab the appropriate pad.
Grab the right pad is the key. Right. So grab my
which one are you doing
glasses?
First? The last.
So the one that came in last was glass number 3. So that would have been whatever you poured for glass number 2. And again, there's not a loser on the table.
Nelson.
So we did screw them 2 up.
We'll see.
We might have screwed up a lot of them, right?
Or is Baker's in the middle?
All right. You know, and it's funny because when the blinds just came out, I think this was nuttier, and we said that on it. But it's good. This is why you do blinds, because we thought we liked the other one better.
So which one just came up? Nelson.
Nelson Brothers, you said. Well, I don't know. You tell me.
You said glass number 2. Nelson.
Yep. So it was that. Okay. So in our third place is whatever is in glass number 2. So that would be whatever you poured in glass number 1.
Oh, that's Baker's. Well, we're way off.
All right. That's good to know. We might have gone 0-4. We might be 0-4, but it doesn't matter. We know which one we liked. So our second place is whatever was in glass number 1. So it's whatever you poured in glass number 4.
Belle Meade. So we got 1 right.
So again, that would be whatever you poured in glass number 3, which would be Weller.
Yeah. So that does have this distinct nose that we both. Whether you attribute it to butterscotch and I have nuts, but whatever.
So now I have to go back to. So Baker's was what is in glass number. Belle Meade was 1, huh? Well, you know, and that is the higher of the proof too. But you know, we said it when we did them all. Every one of these are freaking phenomenal. They really are. I don't really go back to these. We don't really drink these, right? So it's good to do the thing.
I have a regular Belle Meade, but doesn't matter.
If you can get any of these on the table, these are a win to me.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. I mean, we had said that in the beginning.
So what we didn't tell you is $50 for the Bakers.
Yeah, that's what we paid for them. But
$60 for Nelson. $60 for Belle Meade. And $60. So they're all pretty price according.
Every one of them, if you would start with them and you finish, you would be
You're not going to be
super happy with them.
Yeah.
But if you do get a chance and you've never done it, and you have a variety of bottles and they're somewhat in the same proof, and you do a blind like this, it really does show. Because coming off of a different glass, you really have a comparison.
And
when you just drink
you
it,
really don't need these glasses. If you let it sit long enough, like a regular even,
they help, but you don't.
They do help.
No, you don't. But
you don't have to.
But the key is when you drink one back to back, you really can tell the little nuances, whether you like it, whether you don't like it.
Big funky Wagnalls were nuance.
Well, you really did. Each one of these were decisively different in a beautiful way. They're all very, very good. And it just goes to show, we always try to think we're cocky and we know what we're drinking. But like these aren't ones that
said that up front.
That we regularly drink. So it's hard going off of something you did 3 months ago. You know what I mean? We remembered how much we liked, on a good note, when we drank these on I think we both said, I like the Nelson Brothers better. But now that they've sat for months, stuff changes too. Mm-hmm. Yeah, some people don't believe in that. Once that opens up, they really do.
None of them. You're not gonna do bad. You're all in the same price range. This was what
you could find them cheaper.
A little cheaper, but
these two I got nervous because these just came out, and this one they were supposed to discontinue. So I paid whatever they were selling it at, anyways. But overall, 4 delicious bottles. This was a great Sunday Funday.
Yes, it was.
Because it was definitely it wasn't a loss for us. That's for sure. No. So. Leave a comment down below. If you're still here and not subscribed, please consider doing so. We greatly appreciate to have you on board. We'll have to think of a name of our fans. But that being said, leave a comment if you want anything that you see that you would think for a Sunday Funday. We haven't asked this in a while. We have a bunch of things lined up. But if you think of something, leave a comment down below. We'll try to make it happen.
We'll do a duel of whatever.
It doesn't have to be 4. It could be head-to-head. If you want to see a comparison between 2 bottles that we have done that you want to see what we think of them.
Or even if we haven't done them, we can get them. We'll try
3-way, 4-way, whatever it is.
Together.
Leave a comment down below. Love talking to you all. So that being said, spend less, drink more. Cheers.